Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Faisal from Industrial Electronic Engineering 3 Generation 3, and I would like to present to you my presentation on how to use Tinkercad to program three microservos that rotate in different angle. This commentary comes from my future self. In the actual video format, you can see that I'm not talking because my mic is broken, so I'll be using this crappy recorder instead. Please subscribe. Okay, so here we have my past self giving a wave to start off the tutorial. So I already put three micro servos myself. You can do that by clicking the servo icon from the component menu bar and drop it in the project. You also want to put breadboard in for the sake of presentation. If you have trouble finding the component, you can just type the name of the component that you want to put in. Here I'm linking the cable according to the appropriate order, such as ground to ground. And we can also change the color of the cable, again for the sake of presentation. Black for ground and white for power. Link the cable from the breadboard to the Arduino. And if once that's done, now here I'm going to link the signal from the servo all the way to Arduino. S1 for the servo 1 to pin 2, the servo 2 to pin 3, and the servo 3 to pin 4. Again, you might want to change the color for the sake of presentation. And now here I'm going to type in button or push button. We're going to drag and drop it in the project to act as a sensor. I'm going to link the first pin to ground because I'm using input pull up, but more on that later. And I'm going to link the other pin to pin 5 as the input pull up. Okay, now we're getting to the difficult part, and that is the coding or programming. We want to include the servo library that I'm typing is fence include bracket servo.h. Here we're using library. It is actually possible without the library, but I'm going to give you the easy tutorial. We are going to type in servo S1 semicolon to declare the name of the servos such as S1, S2, and S3. And to avoid setup, we're going to type in S1.attach inside of the bracket the the pin of the servo that you're using and semicolon, because we're using the C language. We want to end the function with semicolon. We're going to type in pin mode push button as input pull up. We are using input pull up. If you are using input pull up, the first state of the condition of the push button is going to be UCC, and we need to supply the input with ground to set it as set condition. In the void loop, we are going to type in if function bracket digital read to read the state of the push button double equals and 0. Now 0 means ground. If you not familiar, because we are using input pull up to set it. Now we're going to close bracket, open curly bracket. Now we're going to type in the command that we want the servo to move in, such as S1 period right inside of the bracket 180 degree. This allows the servo to move in 180 degree. After closing the curly bracket, we're going to use the else function. We're going to type in else inside curly bracket. We're going to type in the first state in which the push button wasn't pressed. So we're going to type in 0, which means 0 degree. Now let's start the simulation, and kudos, it worked. And that's pretty much wrap up my presentation video. It's been a hard time for me to actually teach someone because I like teaching skill. So a like could be a great appreciation from me to help a brother out. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum.